2 years ago, on a Tuesday, I made a decision that would change the course of my life forever. Hey Lexi, I'm going out to dinner with your father. We should be home around 11.
Oh, I was wondering, can I go to the movies later?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, thanks Mom, bye.
Bye.
So do you want to know a secret? Heck yes, what is it? I'm not really going to the movies. I'm meeting my friend in the park. What? Who? Why? His name is Ryan. We've been hanging out a lot, but no one knows about it. Gosh, it's so exciting. Do you really like him? Yeah, I do. He's like super attractive and really nice. Wait, so why doesn't anyone know about it? Well, he's like 4 years older, which isn't that big of a deal, but lots of people would judge that. Just make sure you're careful because Mom thinks you're at the movies. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. See ya. Have fun. 2 years ago, on a Tuesday, I made a decision that would change the course of my life forever.
Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say, who murdered 3. Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree? The dead man called out for his love to flee. Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where a necklace of hope side by side with me?
I knew going into this you were older than me, but I didn't expect you to treat me like a child.
I think you're gonna act like a child. Why'd you have to tell her? Everyone's gonna know tomorrow.
She's my sister, though. If you would just admit to our relationship, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
You really think I wasn't gonna find out you told her?
On a Tuesday, I made a decision that would change the course of my life forever.
Good morning.
Where's your sister? Did you get home late from the movies last night?
Her bed was already made when I woke up. I thought she was already down here.
How could you let this happen? Didn't you check their room before you came to bed last night?
How is this my fault? You could have checked their room too.
Actually,
Wait, what? Do you know something? Why didn't you tell us sooner?
This isn't her fault. Don't blame her. I'm sure she will be home soon. Everyone calm down.
I can't take this anymore. I'm calling the police.
Two years ago, on a Tuesday, I made a decision that would change the course of my life forever. Are you okay? You seem to be getting very worked up. Do you need a break?
no, I'm fine. This part of the story is my favorite.
Do you mind if I ask your daughter a few questions?
Go ahead. She has something to hide.
When's the last time you heard from your sister?
Last night before she left the house.
Where was she going? Was she planning on meeting anyone?
She said she was gonna meet up with some guy, but I don't really know who. Wait, who's that?
What's your name, kid?
Ryan O'Brien.
Wait, that's the kid. That's the kid Lexi was with last night.
Where were you last night?
At the park with Lexi.
I thought that you knew where Lexi was going last night. You said she was just going to the movies. Did you lie to me?
No, of course not. That's where she told me she was going.
How could you not know where she was? How could you be so irresponsible?
We have some bad news. We found a body, which we believe to be your daughter's, but we need someone to come down to the station and identify her. An autopsy will be done, and DNA is being processed now.
What kind of DNA?
2 blood samples, one of which we believe to be the offender's. This was also found at the crime scene. It has already been processed, so I thought you might want it back.
That's my bracelet.
Oh, Lexi must have borrowed it. Do you want it back? It must have been the last thing of yours that she had.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
Yep.
2 years ago, on Tuesday, I made a decision that would change the course of my life forever.
Where were you the night of Lexi Carter's death?
I was at the park with Lexi. We met there.
What'd you guys do when you met there?
I've told you this at least 4 times. I'm tired of telling the story. We met at the park on the bridge.
Then what happened?
We just wanted to talk.
About?
All the secrets and lies.
What secrets and lies?
Our relationship. She wanted to be open about it, and I didn't want to.
What happened after that?
I got in my car and I left her. Shouldn't have done that.
Shouldn't have done what?
Leave her. If I didn't get in the car and leave, then she would have been okay. It's all my fault. All my fault.
Ryan, you're free to go.
Finally. Told you I didn't do anything.
First of all, the DNA present at the crime scene suggests that Lexi's DNA was the only DNA there. We also have upsetting news about the forensics of the stab wound. Due to the placement and the angle of the stab wound, it appears to be self-inflicted.
What? You mean she committed suicide? No, my daughter would never do that.
In light of this discovery, we ask that you come down to the station with a therapist present to answer a few questions about your daughter Lexi. I would like to start off with each of you telling me a little bit about Lexi. What was she like?
She was a very happy child, but as she got older, she became more secretive.
She always wanted to do the best she could with everything, so that caused some stress for her in school.
Rachel, what can you tell us?
Everyone at school looked up to her and thought she had the perfect life. She was good at everything. There wasn't anything that could make her want to kill herself.
So, it seems like Lexi had the perfect life on the outside, so something must have been going on the inside. Did anyone notice any changes in her behavior within the past couple weeks?
Well, I had noticed that Rachel and Lexi had been spending less time together.
Yeah, I noticed that too. But Lexi said she was getting a little bit overwhelmed with her schoolwork, so I assumed it was due to that.
Would you mind if I talked to Rachel alone about her relationship with Lexi?
Sure, absolutely.
How do you feel about this situation? Does the fact that your sister committed suicide upset you? Would you say you and Lexi got along?
It varied depending on the day. She didn't have much time for me with her new boyfriend.
How do you feel about that?
I was angry. I felt like she abandoned me, which really bothered me because I've always been there for her. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Why don't we bring your family back into the room?
How did it go?
I believe it would be beneficial for Rachel to meet with me weekly until further evaluation.
She doesn't need that. She's been through enough already.
Well, I think if it'll help her, we should do it.
No, our daughter isn't going to therapy. There's nothing wrong with her. This isn't her fault.
It was me.
How have you idiots not realized it was me already?
Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say, who murdered 3. Strange things that happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where a dead man called out for his love to flee? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things did happen here, no stranger.
I did it. It was me.
A week after Rachel Carter's confession, Lexi Carter's murder trial began. Right before the trial, Rachel was diagnosed with multiple personality disorder. Violent behavior is associated with this disease, and Rachel had an episode the night of Lexi's death. This was able to let her have an insanity plea, so she was sent to a mental institution instead of prison. This institution is 10 hours from her home, and her family rarely comes to see her.